In this screencast, we're going to look at how to create an essay question inside Moodle for your quiz or exam settings. I'm already within the question bank, and of course you can get here through once you've created a quiz body, you click on the quiz's name and then you can go into edit, and that'll drop you into the question bank. I've also already taken the liberties of creating a subcategory, which is done through the categories box here, which is another tutorial to see how to do that. And as you can see, here's my parent folder, and the subfolder I've created is essay. So we're going to go to essays, and notice there's a 1 behind it. That's because I've already created one. And you can see down here that I've already created one question inside this. If this is your first time, this will be blank, so don't panic if you see blank down here. If it's your first time creating a question, that's fine, but every time you create a question in this subcategory, that's how it will appear. Create new question, essay. Now, to note, and we're now inside the area that says adding essay. Something to note inside this setting is that an essay question is a free response text area where students can enter large blocks of text in response. Okay, these questions are not scored by the computer, and you will need to grade each one manually. So you have to go in and manually grade them. You can't set any kind of specific parameters or response to it. So the top is where you could change your category if you wish. We want to leave it there. The question name will be I don't know, cats and dogs. And again, the naming convention here is more for you, the instructor, to keep track of your questions. So use something that is conventional or for you that makes it easy to keep track. Now here's where you're actually going to pose the question. So be as descriptive or as detailed as you'd like for the student, because this is where the question will come from. You can insert images in here. You can create links so they can come back. You can do quite a few things. Nice and simple. Image to display. We don't have an image, so there is none. Default question grade. What's the grade for this question? It's worth 10 points. You can set whichever you'd like. General feedback. Now notice that there's not the adaptive choice there, because with this being a manually answered option, there is no multiple attempts at it. There's just one attempt. General feedback, if you've created that setting, you type that in there. Feedback for this specific question, if you've created that setting, you type that in here. And then we go to save changes. And if we pull over here to our question bank now, we're under the essay questions. Notice the numbers changed to 2. We come down here, we can see cats and dogs. If we come over here to the right, here's the icon to let you know that's an essay question. To pull these questions over, I can either click on the box and then add to quiz. I can select all, then add to quiz, or I can use one of these arrows right here to bring it over. But let's preview it so you can get an idea of what it looks like. To preview it, I can just click on the little magnifying glass. To update it, I can click there. And if you want to move it around in the sequence of where it's stored over here, you'd use this. And of course, X deletes. So in the next little pop-up window, preview cats and dogs, that's the name we gave it. Quiz, test quiz, that's the category we're in. Do you prefer a cat or a dog? Why? And here's the text box that the students would then be able to use. And notice they have a full WYSIWYG up here as well as far as what they can do with their answer. So if we close that out, let's go ahead and add this to the quiz by clicking on this. Now if I bring you over here to the questions in the quiz, you'll see cats and dogs, and you can change the order of it by moving it up and down with these arrows. Here's the type to let you know the little icon. It's worth 10 points. We've changed the total now up 10. And over here you have the option to view it, to update it, and to move it back into the question bank and remove it from the quiz. But I'm going to save it. And now it's embedded.